5 minutes.
Your awareness may be powerful enough to control your instincts. Your instinct will be to remove your hand from the box.
It's your girl Meesh, and welcome to another episode of the Luv MEESH Podcast. And welcome to another episode of Luv MEESH Podcast. On today's episode, I want to talk about S.A.D, not the emotion, but an actual, real life disorder. Let me make sure I didn't have a OneNote in here because S.A.D, I'm sure I do. S.A.D, where did I put it? So unorganized. I feel like I had it somewhere. Oh, my Pinterest folder. Right? Was it in my Pinterest folder? I guess not. I did it. I don't know. Let me see if I can find one right quick. Seasonal. I feel like I did. I did. I'm mad it didn't come up. I'm like, I knew I had a folder. I always do a folder before I do a dang on podcast. Don't play. I'm disorganized, but I'm a disorganized person. Okay, so this is from Wikipedia. Seasonal affective disorder is a mood disorder subset in which people who have normal mental health throughout most of the year exhibit depressive symptoms at the same time each year, most commonly in the winter. Common symptoms include sleeping too much, having little to no energy, and overeating. The condition in the summer can include heightened anxiety. Now, for me personally, in the summer, I'm perfectly fine. I'm going to the beach, I'm getting sunlight, I'm walking, I got my shorts on, everything's cool. I do over sweat, but I've lived with that my whole life. In the winter, however, I get different types of sad. One is, no, I take that back. Let's backtrack. Around Mother's Day, I get sad because of my own personal loss of 3 babies. So that's a type of seasonal that I deal with. I did good these past 2 years. I've celebrated the mothers around me, and instead of wallowing in emotions, I think I've, let them live enough to where it's like, okay, I didn't ignore those emotions. I acknowledge them. I understand why they're there, and I can move on and separate. I think when you suppress emotions, you never really deal with them, and it's always like a battle. But the moment you face them, you overcome them, you can, move on. So that's one. And then come July, I get another sad because that's when my ex passed away. And I know it has nothing to do with COVID. I don't believe in COVID. I don't believe in half the shit that the government says. And they literally was putting people on incubators and killing them and taking their organs, and melanin is worth billions of dollars on the black market and whatever else. So it's too young to die, even with underlying health issues, yada yada yada. Now that I'm reading this book called The Electric Earth, because I'm going to do a podcast on that and spill all the beans, it's not even really COVID. It's radio waves, it's electricity, it's 5G, it's these satellites that they're putting up, and they're making it to where we want more and more of this stuff. We can't live without our cell phone. We can't live without our TV. We can't live without virtual reality. We work, our jobs use the internet. Our car has internet. Our alarm system has internet. So it's like when you have a problem that connects to everything you use, you will overlook that problem because you want to continue to use what is causing diabetes, what is causing cancer, what is causing myopia and all these other. It's ridiculous, all the fucking diseases that are in there, but it's not COVID. Instead of saying, you guys, we have a fucking problem with electricity, we have a problem with radio waves, we have a problem with 5G, if we don't fix this, we're going to be sick. They created a lie and said, oh, this COVID disease is running around that no doctor or scientist is able to isolate. If you cannot isolate a virus, it does not exist. The same way they still run around here celebrating Santa Claus and fucking reindeers, and everybody's okay with that fucking lie. It's the same thing with COVID. So I digress. So around July, I get sad as well. And then come Christmas, I get sad. Two different sads. One is everybody has their families, They're buying gifts for their loved ones, or they're buying gifts for their kids. They're taking, their Christmas pictures, family. So even if Big Mama doesn't do Christmas, you're fine because you're at home celebrating with your own family. Well, I don't have a family. No cat, no dog, just me. I used to go to my best friend's and celebrate with her family, and I was okay with it for years. You can ask her. And then it was like, the fuck? I just wanted to be around my family, either a family of my own or my own family, which is going through mayhem. But it's getting so much better, and I'm so grateful. And I got sad, like a family sad. And then I get sad around Christmas time. Oh, yeah, that was the two. So I don't have my own personal family and the craziness within my own family. But this year was amazing. We spent Christmas. My brother and my sister in love came over. We spent the whole freaking day together. And it was amazing. And then I saw my sister the day after, my baby sister, and I saw my big sister the day before. And I know it won't be long before everybody's able to celebrate together. And that will just be amazing for me because we grew up such tight-knit family. I remember us talking as kids where we go get together with our spouses and our kids and grow up, and it's not like that. And I'm like, did we forget what we said on the bunk beds growing up? like what happened? We grew up and we is not sticking to the fucking plan. At first, me and my sister was supposed to live together. We didn't do that, and now we're not getting together with the families, but I'm going to just keep praying and keep doing the work on myself, because when you improve yourself, it actually helps everyone around you. So it really does start with you. So I know one day I'll have this picture to put on my wall of Christmas with me, my parents, my sister, her husband, her kids, my other sister, her husband, her kids, and my brother, his wife, and his kids. And who knows, maybe it'll be my husband and my kids. And that, I don't know, family is important to me. I don't even have a big family. The reason I want a big family is because my family is so small. So when your family is already small and then everybody starts to spread out, you just, I don't know, you feel it. So that was the other one that I get. And these jobs, they either take your FMLA and get your 12 hours or use your vacation and your sick time. Don't worry about what your boss say. Don't worry about what the fucking president of the company say. You have to take care of yourself and your mental health first and foremost, because they will replace you. I will never forget, this man died on my team. We had a meeting for 15 fucking minutes and we went back to work. He was probably there for years. And I'm like, that's all that man meant to y'all, 15 minutes. We didn't even get the day off. They didn't even offer us bereavement or 3 days of bereavement or a counselor or anything. So I give you 8 hours a day for a whole year, and you complaining about any day that I do not feel well and I'm taking care of my fucking self. Fuck you and the horse that you rode in on. Like, our generation don't play. We don't mind being with the company for a few years and leaving. I do not have to be with the company for 80 years. The moment I feel that you aren't treating me right, I will go somewhere else, even if I have to start from the bottom and work my way up. Because the way you treat me is the way I'm going to treat you. So you are not concerned about me keeping my health foremost, then you don't care. And I don't need to be working for a company that doesn't care. But they sent me an email, and that's what you're going to hear on the next audio. And that really made me proud. Like, oh my God, they are, recognizing that this exists, and they offered a link where you can get help and stuff like that. And I'm starting to see these companies change. It's not all about the money. Robots will never be able to officially replace us because robots only do what they're programmed to do. People have a human touch, human aura, human healing capability. When you come in a room and you're like, good morning, and it lights up the whole room, a robot will never, ever be able to do that. Okay? That's human touch. So I just wanted to, I remember, my cousin was telling me about this. Then my mom told me about this. And then I got the email from work. And when I get things in 3, it's like, okay, universe want me to pay attention to that. So I'm sharing it with you guys. But I'm recognizing that this is a condition that I do have. I have a seasonal mood disorder, or a seasonal affective disorder. Not only does the weather affect me, but different things in life are triggers, and they affect me as well. So you'll be listening to the next clip of the official email that my job sent out, and then you'll be hearing Psych2Go, which is a website that I recommend to everybody. These are really, really small clips from anything from depression to different love languages. We all don't major in psychology, which I think we should. We should major in all the things that is about our body instead of paying other people. Okay, let me tell you this one thing. I was telling my mom, the doctor, he cares for you. And let's not forget, he gets paid to do that. But I love you. So I could be researching something for hours, and I'm telling you, it's because I love you and I want you to live forever. This person just so happens to be assigned to you. And yeah, he's giving you prescriptions and stuff like that. And he may care, but he doesn't love you. Love and care are 2 different things. So yeah, just make sure you take care of yourself. And when they say self-love is the best, caring for yourself is a form of self-love. You can't give that responsibility to somewhere else. I don't care how much you pay them. No one's going to care for you more than you. And it shouldn't be that way. Somebody shouldn't care for you more than you. No? It's like leading the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. So that was my little tad bit about S.A.D. You're going to hear those other 2 clips, and then that'll be the end of this episode. So I'm going to go ahead and say it now. I will catch you guys on the next episode. Namaste, Lovaste, vibe high, babes.
Fall is here. This time of the year is my favorite. A period of transformation and exciting changes, it provides many opportunities for healing. But just like everything in life, you can't have the good without the bad. Jumping into piles of leaves and baking apple pies are fun, but seasonal affective disorder totally isn't. Think you might have it? Here are 6 signs you may have seasonal affective disorder. 1. You're either sleeping too much or too little. When we change our clocks back 1 hour for daylight savings, it saves us an extra hour of sleep. But sometimes that's not always the case. Seasonal affective disorder is caused by the changes in our circadian rhythms, melatonin and serotonin. The faster it gets dark outside, the more it can disrupt our internal clock, which can cause our body to produce too much melatonin, leaving us feeling drowsy or lowering our serotonin, which can take away from our sleep. Both melatonin and serotonin govern our sleep and wake cycles, so when the levels alternate, it can make a good night's sleep nearly impossible. We recommend taking a nice warm bath before you get into bed or curling up with a cup of hot tea. It doesn't hurt to also light up some lavender candles to help your mind and body calm down after a long day. The more relaxed you feel, the faster you'll fall asleep. I personally also really love ASMR. 2. You're experiencing appetite and weight changes. Are you experiencing food cravings for sweets or salty snacks? With the cold weather, it's tempting to binge on junk food in front of the TV, but this is how S.A.D gets you. We don't want to sound like your mom, but it's important to eat your fruits and veggies. If you have a craving for carbs, we suggest you eat whole grain and add some bananas to your oatmeal. This will boost your serotonin levels. Foods high in omega-3 fats will also help you combat depression, such as fish, walnuts, and soybeans, because they can improve your mood. 3. You don't enjoy your usual hobbies. We get it. Some days you just don't want to do anything after you get home from school or work. But if this starts to become consistent, it might be S.A.D kicking in. Losing your energy or your drive to do your favorite activities is a dead giveaway to this condition. You might find that you also have trouble concentrating on tasks. We recommend that you go outside for some sunshine. Getting your vitamin D is essential. Those who face a deficiency in it often experience tiredness and body aches. You'd be surprised just how much a 10-minute walk can do for you. If you can, we suggest going out in the morning. That way, it starts your day off right with the fresh air. 4. You have frequent mood swings. This is something I struggle with a lot. The waterworks are no joke, and when they happen, sometimes they come out of nowhere. It's okay to cry, but we hope if you're in the same boat, please don't hesitate to reach out to loved ones, or to us. Which brings us to point 5, you withdraw from others. It's natural to cancel plans when a snowstorm is coming, but if you're being a hermit 24/7, something's definitely up. Come out from those covers and call up your friends and family. They want to be there for you. And if you feel guilty for ditching them, don't let that consume you. They'll understand when you bring up S.A.D. It's a lot more common than you think. 6. You get suicidal thoughts. This is probably the worst symptom of all. It might feel like a dead end is approaching when winter doesn't learn to let go, but please remember that spring is right around the corner. If you need to talk to a professional, we've provided some suicide hotlines. We care about your well-being and want to remind you that you've got people like us to lean on to. Do you struggle with seasonal affective disorder? What are your biggest challenges? Please share your thoughts with us below. Thanks so much for watching.
Do you feel sad this winter? If you feel down during the winter months, you're not alone. According to the CompSci Guidelines Resources website, approximately 10 to 20% of Americans report suffering from seasonal affective disorder, S.A.D, each year with varying levels of severity. Symptoms can include increased appetite with weight gain, increased sleeping and daytime sleepiness, less energy and trouble concentrating in the afternoon, loss of interest in work or other activities, slow and sluggish movement, social withdrawal, and unhappiness and irritability. CompSci gives tips for naturally fighting the symptoms of S.A.D. These same guidelines can also help strengthen your immune system against COVID-19, the flu, and other viruses. I think that's very important. They only gave one small sentence about that, but that could be a website, a web page, a paragraph, a page by itself. So I want to tap into more of that, and I want to repeat it. CompSci gives tips for naturally fighting the symptoms of S.A.D. The same guidelines can also help strengthen your immune system. Strengthen your immune system against COVID-19, the flu, and other viruses. Against COVID-19, the flu, and other viruses. Again, that should be a web page all by itself. So here's some of the examples. Enjoy plenty of sunlight. Open your blinds or curtains as soon as you wake up. Get outdoors in the natural daylight as much as possible. Even a brief walk during your break can be beneficial. Sleep well. Although you may feel like you need more sleep, it's important to stick to your normal sleep schedule. Go to bed and get up at the same time every day. Aim for 8 hours of sleep and keep your bedroom comfortable and clear of clutter. Exercise. Although your energy may be lagging, you'll feel more energetic with daily physical activity. Find things you can safely enjoy, such as visiting open air, skating rinks, going skiing or sledding, taking regular walks, and more. Now, you see that they didn't mention the gym. And I have been missing Planet Fitness so bad, and just exercising and being healthy. And, the more you lift, the more you stretch, you're really making your muscles work. You're really, getting more air into your lungs. You're really flushing that blood all through your body. But they did not mention the gym. I wonder why. Visiting open air. Okay, so I'm going to continue to walk outside like I've been doing. I'm going to get a bicycle. I'm going to get a weight system that I've been dying to get. And I'll be my own gym. Because I don't think now is a good time to be in clustered environments where you all are breathing in the same air and then you wonder why you're sick. I think right now they need to invent an open gym. It need to be outside. It need to be no windows, just an open space with all that equipment with the air coming in and out. And they can blow a little heat in there to keep people warm, but being enclosed is not the way to go. And I've noticed I haven't been sick when I stay to myself, but when I go out and about, I'm getting sick. When I'm out with people, I'm getting sick. I went out for Thanksgiving, a room full of people, I got sick. It's like the more I go out, I get sick. So yeah, you really don't know what this particular, this COVID thing, you really don't know. We all are going to the grocery store. We're all going to the gas station. It's just, we're all going to the doctors. We're going too many places to not catch something. So we're getting it in all these different places. And the best thing you can do is to follow these guidelines. So let me just continue. Relax. Stress can make you feel more fatigued. Take the time to calm down with meditation, yoga, exercise, breathing exercise, friends, or a favorite hobby. Now, meditation has just been screaming at me. Yoga has been dying for my attention. I understand the exercise. Breathing, I keep hearing this breathing exercise. I literally am reading a book entitled The Invisible Rainbow, A History of Electricity and Life by author Furstenberg. And he is just screaming about how our body is not getting enough oxygen. And that's the cause of a lot of these diseases, because 5G, electricity, and radio waves are messing with Earth's natural electromagnetic frequency, which we are electromagnetic beings. So, of course, it's affecting us as well. And this book is very big, you guys. It reminds me of the Harry Potter books. But if you love to read, get it. If you need to hear it, get the audiobook. And as you're cleaning, washing clothes, whatever, you can just listen to it in the background. But it's a wealth of information in there. I'm going to give it to all my loved ones because that's my love language. I don't just, I love you. I love you to life. I love you to eternity. I want you to live as long as the good Lord can give you. And in the Bible, it constantly says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. So if somebody really loves you, they're going to be teaching you something. Teach a man to fish and they'll eat forever. You don't want to keep knocking on somebody's door. I'm hungry. No, go get your fishing rod and get your own fish, as many fish as you want, and turn around and teach someone else. So breathing exercises, even though they're telling us, this is what I don't like. They're telling us what we need to do. Meditate, yoga, exercise, breathing exercise, being around your friends and favorite hobbies, but they're not giving us the secrets. Meditation, your mind controls this whole thing. Yoga, different stretches and stuff, it gets that blood moving. Exercise, you're constantly bringing in more air for your body. Breathing exercises, you're learning how to expand those lungs and get more breath in. Friends, when you're around people that are in a happy mood, they have an aura field that can expand. The research that they've done on the aura field and Reiki and prayer and stuff is amazing. You can send good thoughts to someone in China and they will feel it. They can put the little tubes on their head and see that loving energy hit that person and the changes that it has on their mood, their smile, their thinking, all of that stuff. So Just because we're not scientists and we don't have all these tools, just because you hear it, don't think that it isn't true. These scientists are legit doing studies upon studies on this information. That's how they're able to write this. You guys, you should do meditation, yoga, exercise, breathing, friends and faith. They know the science behind it. What makes me mad is they give you this one sentence without the science behind it. If a person doesn't know anything about meditation and you tell them to meditate, they're going to be like, okay, what is meditation? You have to give them more for them to want to, okay, I see why I need to meditate, But I'll continue. Eat right. Winter months seem full of starch, carbs, and sweets. Stick to a healthy, balanced diet for maximum mental and physical benefits. Eat right. All doctors always say that, but again, they never really break it down, People are dying every day just because they're feeding themselves the wrong things. Just because you're an adult doesn't mean that you're doing the right things. When you look at a lot of doctors, they're healthy, and some aren't, and that's sad because they know better. But a lot of doctors and nurses are thin, they're fit. You see them running and exercises because they know. They open up those bodies and they see the fat around those arteries. They see that they could have saved that person's life, but it was just too much fat. You know what I mean? And that person loved them a good old juicy, greasy burger. Well, you see grease on your pan as you wash it, but someone needs to show you a picture of that grease on your heart. I bet you will make better choices. And it's not easy. But to learn something and not do something about it is foolish. God, universe, whatever you believe in is teaching these things so that you can apply it to your life. Same thing like a Christian. You go to church and hear all this good stuff. If you don't apply it to your life, you can't even really call yourself a Christian. You have to listen and also apply. The Bible says, judge the tree by its fruit, right? Okay, so if you're eating healthy, your body's going to be healthy. If you're not eating healthy, your body is telling on you. I mean, it's, no brainer. Look for new wintertime hobbies. Winter can be an opportune time to develop a new passion such as cross-country skiing, downhill skiing, ice skating, or snowshoeing. You can also look to winter to focus on other indoor hobbies like starting a new cooking, art, music, or exercise class. If you feel like you're struggling to cope, contact your healthcare provider immediately. You can also use the Employees Assistance Program for free, round-the-clock EAP access. Visit the CompSci Guidelines Resources website and register with the company ID. I think all companies pretty much have the EAP, but this ID is only going to work for my employer. But yeah, this was a great article from my employer. Like, I'm really, really proud of them. I am so proud of them for putting that on there. And I'm going to dig a little more into this because it's so funny. My cousin was telling me about this, how she was diagnosed, and I had never heard of it before. My mom just mentioned it again. It was in a book she was reading, and then here I see it again. I get things in 3. So I've saw this 3 times, and I feel like universe is telling me I need to look into it. Is this what I get every year? So I'm going to look back over my life and see, have I been affected by this S.A.D every winter? And y'all know I'm a summer baby. I can lay in the sun all day. So I'm pretty sure the answer is going to be yes. Thanks a million for listening. There's a million podcasts in the world. You clicked on this one, this one, to hear what I have to say. I hope universe has a special message for you. You can reach me on Linktree at /love.meesh. I hope you have a better than great day. Love ya. Talk to you later. Bye.
You all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. And yet, I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth.